Warm greetings to all of us. I am Kyla Remiguel, a civil engineering technology student of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. As compliance with our academic task under technical communication, I will be your interview for today as we discuss the concept of technical writing in the field of customer support. What we know of technical writing is that it helps us to relay complex information into simpler terms depending on the target audience and their level of understanding. But what we want to know is how does it happen in real situation? And we have here Miss Amy to help with that. Miss Amy, would you mind telling us about yourself?
First of all, thank you for the introduction. I'm a technical support associate working with one of the partner hero clients, and I have been handling this client for almost 3 years now, but I've been in the BPO industry for 9 years.
That's quite a long time. It's even longer than the academic years when you take masters for engineering, right? So what materials did you craft or have you crafted before that involves technical writing?
Considering the duration of time I'm handling this specific client, I have made countless proposals, technical reports, product specifications, and instructional materials such as training guides, training decks, and knowledge base, or you also know this as FAQs.
Can you tell us more about your experience writing those papers?
Well, it depends which paper I'm working on. Let's say I'm creating a training guide with a training deck with the goal of conducting the actual training for 3 weeks. This could take me a whole week focusing my full 8 hours of shift building the materials. It's really important to give all your focus for this material because each topic that you put in the training deck should be tailored with the duration of discussion you allotted based on the training guide. Additionally, the training deck should also provide efficient communication of complex information, or should I say being concise but accurate, because we want our trainings, which are the audience for this matter, to understand the tasks that are expected for them to perform without making them feel overloaded with information. With that in mind, there's a lot of pressure creating this type of material. That's why I said your focus matters.
So it's clear to us, we see you are quite confident in writing these technical papers, especially when it comes to standards for successful writing. Can you specify what are your strengths?
I would consider my tenure as my strength because I won't be able to build those training decks and training guides if I myself is not familiar with the product and services that we offer, especially tasks that are needed to perform.
Those are really great. How about your weaknesses? What's your Achilles heel?
I honestly would consider being concise as my weakness.
Oh.
With our field of work, which you can categorize this within the electrical engineering field. I am used to providing all of the information I see or notice, even if they are just a tiny bit of something that may or may not be of use. But as I mentioned earlier, we don't want to overwhelm our audience with information, so I had to hold myself when creating this training decks.
So if that's the case, how do you improve it and how is it going right now?
Well, providing all of the information to my coworkers is a good thing, and it's something that I don't really need to adjust. In terms of building the training decks, I most of the time would gather information from my coworkers, asking them for suggestions, anything that would be helpful to construct the topic as concise as possible without compromising the accuracy of the topic, of course.
So is it possible for this technical writing to determine the path of your profession? Like what value does technical writing hold specifically in your profession?
Well, that's a good question. Yes, definitely. As of now, my job description is technical support, but since my knowledge in technical writing has been growing as I grow with our client's company, I can actually consider applying for a different position in the future. I can apply as a knowledge success manager, which practically focuses on building and managing the company's FAQ pages. Technical writing is not your typical summary paper. You have to have knowledge and capabilities. In our profession, you have to be able to provide the necessary knowledge to achieve your goal of explaining the processes so you can facilitate and transfer your understanding of complex information.
So if I'm getting this right, technical writing is not in any way near of any other types of paper as it has strict measures like considering your audience as well as the language used, format, and your purpose. Unlike the other papers, it is for the general, it doesn't have much jargons, And it can be informal, can consider clarity, but not on the same level as technical writing. Also, it measures the writer's level of understanding on complex information especially, and is essential for professional success as it can land your job advancement based on your skills. Do you agree?
Yes, you got it perfectly.
That really was another unlocked knowledge for me. It was a fruitful exchange. And for me as a professional, a practicing professional rather, for sure this information would be beneficial for me in the long run. For the meantime, I will be taking note of all of those and try to apply and enhance my skills in technical writing. Thank you, Miss Amy, for lending us your time, knowledge, and expertise, and so much appreciation as well to everyone watching this, our professors, our co-engineering in the making, and the whole PUP family. With that, we will be ending this interview. Thank you so much and goodbye.